What is up, everybody? Hans is right here. Haven't updated videos for a long time. Today is the Chinese national holiday, so that's why I just came back to my hometown, visit my parents, and after that, I'm gonna come back to Shanghai. And so interesting. Today is to come back to my study room and got some books. Thinking of that, I'm gonna put some books and take it back to Shanghai and then read it. And interestingly, that I found this one, and I bought this book 7 years ago called Knowledge and the Power. That was a Chinese translation version. However, today when I started to read it, it's such a feeling that wow, it's overwhelming. It's amazing. I recently updated a lot of videos because I've read some books that there's not a lot of books that actually made me feel such a surprise, such a incredible feelings. However, this book, why I wanted to make videos to you guys, because it's not like I learned a lot from it. It's all about, it changed my view of the world. It changed my view of to understand the economics itself. And you guys know that I recently made some videos of economics, and I recently read on a lot of economic theories, and I started to read some materials from like Paul Samuelson, or read on and some like Thomas Sowell's economics books, and I wanted to figure out how the business world, how the economics world, so that I can actually benefit myself to make better decisions. When I view myself as an entrepreneur. So this book is such a good time. If I read it 7 years ago, I wouldn't understand it. So this is a really good time for me to introduce you to this book. And Knowledge and Power, the subtitle is The Information Theory of Capitalism and How It is Revolutionizing Our World. And the author, George Gilder, he's the person that actually changed he's the top 3 economics as the more important top 3 economics in the modern digital times. And as me reading half of the book so far, I have so much to share you. One thing is that this book actually the author itself criticized a lot of traditional economics, including like Adam Smith, including Paul Samuelson, including Hayek, those type of economists. And once you read it, you realize that this guy is right, because there are so many cons, or the disadvantage, or something that you can see is misunderstanding of the economics. Right. So, for example, Adam Smith himself thinks that the world actually there's a hand, you can't see it. Actually, it's like our body, like our system. If we get sick, and we will recover slowly, and you see there's this system that's adjusted by itself. And however, his theory ignored so many important factors. That is the innovation part. That is the entrepreneurship. For example, the corporations' important roles to actually change and manage the whole system. And entrepreneurs are such important factors in the economics. And however, every theories, no matter the traditional different type economics, they ignore this part. The bad thing is that that's why even today the smartest economics couldn't predict why, and couldn't explain why the economics. 80% they ignored. However, if I say that if I said that the most important factors are the entrepreneurs, you will understand why. And entrepreneurs are actually someone who's bring into this system, and he used the information theory to span a lot of things right here that there's the purpose of that is they are trying to create something the new order into this system. However, right now it's only the economics only think of the system is it's not moving, it's not dynamic. However, the economics is like it's evolving. It's like evolving at the same time as human kind evolving. The society itself is evolving, right? So right now, as 200 years later, the world we are living is digital world, and there are so much information right here. If he put, actually it's the right time he put information theory to expand everything is right here. It's only is using the information theories or the physics, the theories to expand it. A lot of things is like entropy. Entropy itself, the high entropy is something like a disorder. You put water into a bottle, or if you put some coffee into the bottle, you couldn't predict how the coffee is running, how the coffee itself is moving towards and into this water. You can't see it. So the purpose of entrepreneurs is that they're creating something that break the old system. They are trying to create some new markets, for example. And that's just one example. The second insight that what I learned from it was such a great thing is that it's not about the demand that create the market. It's all about the supply. For example, if I before Elon Musk, before he's trying to invented Tesla, nobody knows that they need a car that drive by like electronic. We don't know they need a electronic car. However, it's Elon Musk for the insights, for the innovation parts. So he's creating something. Then the demanders of users, customers, and trying to buy it. You know what I'm saying? It's the supply that matters. For example, another thing, so a lot of people don't understand that should they actually do some marketing, get some feedback from customers. A lot of people probably argue with it. However, it's Steve Jobs decided, I want to surprise all of you. I want to create an iPad. I want to create an iPhone and an iPod to the market. So that surprised the whole market, and people started to use it. And then at the same time, since people use the iPod, they find there's no new needs because they wanted to use iPod to take their photos. They need to use iPod to download, to play games, to read books. So that actually, since one supply generate one product, one new type of products, one new categories of products, it generates a new type of markets. Since people now started to download a lot of apps, so they need more apps. At the same time, they need more apps. There are a lot of new iOS developers and a lot of game developers are created. So I wanted to let you know the reasons, that what is the cause, what is the result, what is the cause, what is the fact. The cause is the supply. Interestingly, if you want to dig it out, what is the supply? What causes the supply? It's the innovation, it's the information, it's something that are existing in our mindset. Another example, so if you want to use our computer hardware, so there's one important element called chip, computer chip, right? The computer chip is so complicated, the structure is so complicated. However, if you say something inside of it, what made of it is so simple, because it's all about the chemistry that you can get everywhere from the earth. For example, the silicon, because and something like oxygens and carbon, oxygen, silicon. So everywhere you can get from the nature, from the nature. However, those type of things are so cheap. Why the computer chip is so expensive? Because it's all about the design. The design is so expensive because design is so dedicated. The design matters. The design itself exists in our mindset. So I wanted you to know that what is the ultimate things that determines the economics. It's about our our thinking, our imaginations, our view, our the entrepreneurs are something that's creating something. It's the value that creates something. And that is the ultimate thing that matters in economics, which are not explained by all type of the old school traditional economics, what's called the masters. So those type of things are shocking. So that's why I so like this book, and it changed my view, it changed my world, it changed everything basically. So I'm gonna write down later on some articles about this book, and again, I highly recommend you to check that this book. No matter how busy you are, read some economics. You know what I'm talking. Then, if you have the context, you have the background knowledge, then go check out this book, Knowledge and Power, and I promise it change your life, and you will trust yourself more. You are going to. I don't know how can I expand, how can I say anything as more as I could, but finally, I hope you guys have a wonderful week and a wonderful day, and I see you on the next one. Peace out.